What's going on, guys? It's Brandon again, and today I'm bringing you a new War Thunder video of the P-47 Thunderbolt. And I got requested to do another ground strike video, so that's why we were taking a look at this plane. Now, the P-47 is one of my favorite planes for ground striking. Now, why do I love this plane so much? Because it's built like a brick outhouse, and also it has the armament from hell. It carries 3,400 rounds of Browning M2 machine gun. It also carries two 1,000-pound bombs, a 500-pounder, and 10 127mm rockets. And also, the other magnificent part about this plane is it's the granddaddy of the A-10 Thunderbolt. I mean, this thing just has amazing history behind it. But you guys came here for the ground striking part of it, so that is what we are going to talk about. Now, the really great thing about this P-47 is the fact that it has 8 Browning 50 cals. I mean, you can't miss with that. Also, the 3,400 rounds of ammunition, like I said. Strafing runs for the pillbox is almost exactly the same as for the medium bombers that I showcased in my last video, the B-25 and the A-20G. But when you go out for the first time, do not equip your max payload. I say again, do not equip your max payload. I find that it's best to come back later with the payload. That way you have a good understanding of what's out there and what you're going to be hitting first. I recommend that you hit the light pillboxes fast and first, and then you fly back to base when the fight commences up in the sky. Because a lot of time what's going to happen is when you get over there might be already fighters soaring on you, and they're going to be dive bombing you like crazy, and they're just going to be all over you. So again, I suggest that you fly out there, you hit a few targets, and then you start flying back toward your friendlies until the fight really commences, and you can really get down and dirty with those pillboxes. Now, one big problem that I face with the P-47, I cannot express the amount of times I crash with this thing, practicing with it. Because, you know, a lot of times when I go into battle with the P-47, I'm not doing ground striking, and you don't really see a lot of people doing ground striking with the P-47. Mainly what you see is a lot of people going up high and really utilizing the performance of the P-47 at high altitudes. But anyway, when you're going down for a pillbox run, make sure you keep your speed fairly high, because this thing will drop like a rock. Also, make sure when you go past your target and you've already done your strafing run, that you give yourself plenty of room to pull up, because this thing does not feel like it pulls up fast. It seems like, I don't know how to explain it, it almost seems like it has a delayed reaction pulling up. But again, guys, just make sure that you give yourself plenty of room to pull up. Now, really quick, guys, I'm getting ready to have a run-in with the DO-217, who's a persistent bastard. Let me tell you, he kept on coming back for me. Now, I make a very big mistake with this thing, because I usually use this thing at high altitudes, and I really expect the DO-2 to fly right past me, and he gets guns on me here, and I go ahead and I roll back over him. Now, when I roll back over him, I go right back to my pillbox run. So what you guys have really got to remember is that this P-47's maneuverability at lower altitudes really is not good. You want to save that, like the main dogfighting from the sky. If you can get away from somebody, then great. If you can get guns on them, great. But a lot of the times what I've noticed is I have a lot of troubles getting away from people when I'm down low in this thing. So always make sure that you keep your friendlies within striking distance. Now I go ahead and line up with this pillbox, shooting it at the rim around the top. I ended up destroying it. Now I fly to the left here, and I think I shot AAA right here. Now guys, always make sure that you kill the AAA before you do the light pillboxes. Maybe sometimes you'll see me do it, but if you're a beginner to killing pillboxes with 50 cals, then I highly recommend that you take out the AAA first, because that stuff will decimate you when you go into a turn. A lot of times you'll end up getting shot down. Now this DO2, like I said, he's really persistent. He ends up coming back here, but I end up pulling up. I fly right through all of his 20 mils, and I go ahead and I roll over him. Now, one thing about the P-47, again, the dropping like a rock factor and the oh shit moment that's getting ready to happen to me, I go really low here, and I thought I was going to slam on the ground, but I ended up pulling up treetop level. I come around here, and I end up lining up guns with this DO2, watch those gunners, and, of course, ground ammunition rips these things apart, and I ended up taking them down. Now, if this DO-217 was any other type of German fighter, I probably would have been dead by now, simply because this thing's maneuverability at lower altitudes, again, isn't the greatest. Okay, guys, we're now going to venture back to what I was saying earlier about taking out a full payload with the P-47. I'm going to go ahead and sweep up a couple more pillboxes here, and as you guys can see, I'm damaged. I'm running a little bit low on ammo, so I'd like to go ahead and get to the runway and rearm. And also, as you can see, I've let the fight commence quite a bit off in the distance. My friendlies are sweeping up air victories and really creating a lot of room for me to hit these pillboxes. Now I'm coming in for a landing here, landing P-47s, of course, very easy. If you've landed anything else and you're flying in realistic battles, and I hope you guys know how to land. But now we're going to transverse here into taking off with the full payload. Now, a lot of times I see a lot of people complaining that the P-47 does not take off when it has this much stuff equipped to it, you know? But you just gotta be patient with it. Drop your takeoff flaps and get that thing going, and then slowly climb. Don't like put it into a huge climb, because this thing will just bottom out. Also, bombing is something that you guys are going to have to work on. I always say bomb early instead of bomb too late. That way you have a chance of hitting something. If you bomb too late, then of course you're going to overshoot it by a mile. Same thing goes for rockets. You're just going to have to practice with them. You can always go into a test flight and practice on the AAA that they lay out for you. And maybe later on I'll make a dive bombing tutorial for pinpoint accuracy, as well as a long range rocket tutorial for hitting targets at greater distances with the rockets. But anyway guys, I think that pretty much sums up this P-47 video. I got other requests to do other planes, and I will do a video over those as well. But just remember, hit the pillbox at the top, not the base of it, for the most effective hits on a pillbox. And also remember, give yourself plenty of room when doing strafing runs to pull up. That is another big factor that I can't stress enough. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But anyway guys, again, hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Brendan, and as always, have a nice day.